We'll see how it
Yeah.
goes. I'm nervous, but hopefully not too nervous.
I want to say that it just feels cool to have gotten the chance to be in the finals for both of the series. I think that's really awesome, and I'm really excited to be playing in this challenge. No matter what the outcome is, I'm excited.
Me too. You guys have had some really cool challenges.
Yeah, it's been fun.
Well, I'm glad that's all we wanted. Bismuth?
Yes.
Would you like to actually real quick before he starts the timer, we're not gonna be interviewing or anything during this one. And we're gonna put you guys into your chats as soon as the timer starts going.
Thank you.
And as always, DMs are open.
Yes.
That's good. Well, good luck, Candy.
Oh, hold on a second. Everything
Something
just closed.
Oh no.
I moved one of my windows, and then all the other ones decided to minimize.
Oh right. Well, hopefully that's an easy fix.
Yeah, I just need to find all the things I had open.
I mean, they didn't actually close, right?
No, they just minimized, but I need to find out which ones I needed open.
Stars.txt, toes.txt.
All right. I think I'm ready. Are you? Whenever you are.
All right. I have a sneeze creeping up, but as soon as that's sorted out, I'm gonna. Okay. Ready? Let's go.
Good luck, guys.
Luck, Zner.
Guys.
There we go. I got it.
All right. 3, 2, 1, and they're off. This is Divisor tagging. The objective is to defeat Rool. The rules: you can only tag each Kong while your GB count is divisible by their assigned number. So Chunky is 3, Tiny is 5, Lanky is 6, DK is 10, Diddy is 12. While you have 0 GBs, you cannot tag. Resetting, Kut-Out Kongs, and Rool phase changes all count towards tags. And each time you tag a Kong with an incompatible number of GBs, you will add 5 minutes to your time. And if you swap Kongs in Rool with an incompatible number of GBs, you will be disqualified.
Did that work? I feel like it's not set command, it's something else. Edit command. I'm really bad with Twitch bots. I never know how they work. Okay, Sarah got it.
So, yeah, Tea Kettle's right. If you get 60 GBs, you are good to go. That's the idea. You have to have 60 GBs, or technically 120 or 180. Because those are the only numbers that are divisible by all of the Kong's numbers. GB is golden banana.
Not to be confused with jiggies. If you don't mind,
I'm turning it on right now.
Yeah.
So right now they're just doing their training barrels. They're really gonna want to think about this one, I think, for a bit. Because if you get more than 60 GBs, that is a lot of trouble.
Yeah. I mean, they have a lot of time to figure out that they need to not go over 60, so I really doubt anyone would make that mistake. But so one thing that's interesting with this restriction is tagging in Kut-Out and Rool counts. Which means if you try to do Kut-Out Kongs and your GB, like, if you enter as any Kong that's not Lanky, you need to have a multiple of 6 because you tag Lanky at the start of the boss. And then if you need to, like, free Lanky, then you need 6 GBs. If you need to free Tiny, then you need 6, then well, a multiple of 5, which the smallest number is 30. So if you want to go to Kut-Out, you need 30 golden bananas. It's just not going to be worth it.
Yeah.
So Kut-Out is not an option. They're going to have to do organic Kongs, and they're going to have to think about which order they want to free the Kongs in so that they can get everyone as early as possible while respecting the rules for the golden banana count. One thing they could do is free both Diddy and Lanky as DK without having to tag them. So even though Diddy's number is 12, you can still like free him and Japes early and just like wait until later to actually use him to free Tiny.
Yeah.
It could be a strategy, yeah. It could be a strat to go just like DK only at the start, get keys 3 and 8, just formulate a plan while you're doing that. You know, I'm more of a use monkey port to go to helm kind of person, but
I have faith that candyboots is gonna do well at this. He's a math guy. I don't know Znernicus' history with math.
I think Znernicus is allergic to numbers.
Oh yeah, wow.
So Znernicus, good DK player, but thick as a brick. Does not understand what 2 + 2 means, so
So he's good with numbers, I'm guessing.
I think he's gonna be fine.
Yeah.
So Znernicus picked up the first golden banana. He can now tag Kongs, and so he can tag any Kong whose number is fits into 1, which is currently nobody.
So he cannot tag right now. We did add the rule that if you swap Kongs in K. Rool with an incompatible number of Kongs, or with GB, sorry, you will be disqualified, because we realized that, or Bismuth realized, that it would be very quick to just do an any % run. Just be done in 30 minutes and take the 20-minute penalty that would come from 5 minutes per Kong in K. Rool. We don't want to just sit here and watch any % runs. We want to, you know, watch them do the challenge.
Yeah, with the 5-minute penalty, we tried to make it so that it wouldn't be worth it to ever tag the Kong out of order, but we didn't want to make it like an instant death sentence if you made a mistake, or like if your game crashes and you have to go back to DK while you don't have a multiple of 10 and stuff like that. Kenny would struggle to get into Aztec early, but he manages to get in. Meanwhile, I think Znernicus is going for the Diddy route first. Personally, I think it's a better idea to go to Japes first because you can use a single Aztec visit to free both Lanky and Tiny later.
I agree with that, but I also think that the classic beginning of Aztec is it's a really nice buffer for giving you time to think about what you want to do.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it can be nice, but the classic beginning usually involves just getting key 5 and preparing to go to castle, which is not a viable strategy in this one. We've gotten no frantic questions from the runners, so I think both of them know what they're in. This is a pretty straightforward one, but we thought it was a good one for the finals because of the K-Rool aspect and the interesting ways they can battle it out for golden bananas. Basically, it's a big race to 60 golden bananas essentially. So, yeah, TKO blueprint turn-ins are especially crucial with this restriction. You need to really count them to like. If you're really planning it out in a crazy way, you can actually like just set up all your turn-ins at the end to make sure you're like, landing on the number for your next Kong every time. But I doubt we'll see like that much like crisp routing from any of them on the fly like that. Like getting exactly like 6 blueprints with Lanky so that you can like tag him on 54, and I don't think that's gonna be as well routed as that. But you're right. Blueprints are going to be crucial, especially towards the end, and they can also just help round it out. Like if you don't want to, like if you're running out of ideas with a Kong, you can just like get the number of blueprints, turn in the number of blueprints that gets you to tag another Kong and get some more stuff done. We might see some mid-run snide visits. Ooh, so it's an earned free Diddy, and yeah.
Helm right away.
Straight to Helm.
And was that a first try TBS?
It might have been first or second, yeah.
What's he doing? Oh, I'm getting questions.
He might be asking about resetting as DK.
He said, does it matter if I use a tag on the same Kong? As long as you don't change Kongs, right?
Right, yeah. Alright, because he did use a tag barrel, yeah, but he didn't change Kongs. So Candyboots is getting key 5 early. I'm wondering if he has some plans for a cutout.
Is he not able to get the telegraph?
Well, he paused, which I think.
Oh, you're right. The pausing, yeah, there you go. He had to do that.
Mm-hmm.
I think getting key 8 while you're still DK and don't have to do any Kong changes to reset or anything. I think this is a good idea.
Yeah. Or you can also, like, if you're doing like a more traditional way into key 8 with like monkey port and multi-Kong helm, I guess you can also just do it on 60 bananas just before the end. It's not like
right.
Ooh, getting that golden banana while... Did he not? I think he failed to get into Helm Lobby, though.
He did. Okay, Candy was freeing Lanky here. he didn't get skew, so he doesn't have any intentions of sticking around for his blueprint or anything.
Mm-hmm. You might even see a reset. Yeah. Is Nern trying again to get a helm?
Oh, I was away from my microphone a little bit. Hopefully this is better.
Classic AFM. Alright. Znern goes into helm. Let's see if Candyboots opts for Jape's helm or castle.
Japes?
Looks like Jape's it is.
Nice. Are they both at 2 GBs right now?
Znern is on 5, I think.
Oh, wow.
I'm pretty sure he was on 4 earlier, so I think he's on 5. Well, he did go to Japes. Japes is a GB.
Right, so Candyboots has ample opportunity to catch up here.
Yeah, he could very well be on 5 in just 2 minutes.
Oh! They had a sync jump aerial. It was very satisfying. I think that is a good idea, Mr. Tea Kettle. He grabs all of DK's GBs in here.
Mm-hmm. He could get to 6, tag Lanky, get to... Oh, actually, no, Diddy's 12. I was going to say get to 10, but yeah, Diddy's 12. But once you tag Lanky, you can go to Factory and free Chunky. So that's helpful as well. Ooh, turning in blueprints. I think he's definitely aiming for that 6 GBs. I think he didn't want to go to B Blast, but he wants to tag Lanky and Japes. I think that's his plan.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, Znern with key 8 in his pocket. I think the plan for Znern now should probably be Aztec. What he could do is get to 6 by freeing Lanky, and then tag Lanky to get to 10, so he could tag DK back and get 2 more. So then he could use Diddy to free Tiny. All in Aztec. That would be doable. So yeah, quite the different starting routes from both runners, but we're seeing, I think both of them are on 5 GBs right now. So I think we might see some Lanky action from both of them soon. Once they get past like the initial 10, 12-ish, then it gets a little more open. Because every few GBs, you have a couple options of tagging. Nice standing inside the cannon here. They actually did a pretty decent job at disabling most interactive objects while this cutscene is playing to avoid any memery. Okay, so I think Candy Boots is on 6 now and pondering whether he should tag Lanky. Alright, he's not doing it in Japes. Meanwhile, I think Znern is gonna head straight for Llama Temple. Alright, is that a factory? I think that's a factory for Candy Boots. Well, he does have 6 golden bananas, so he can tag Lanky. And I guess Lanky factory early isn't exactly the easiest thing in the world. So it might make it does make sense that he could want to go to at least tag Warp 4 before he does anything else. It might have been a really big brain strat to go tag Warp 4 early.
Candy Boots is not thinking about Lanky factory early. He doesn't do that. He would phase walk in.
No, I was thinking using Lanky to reach factory lobby.
Oh, okay, got you.
And I was saying it would have been a pretty big brain strat to go tag Warp 4 early so that you can tag Lanky and Japes, get a couple GBs, then use Warp 4 to finish up in factory, free Chunky in the process.
Right.
Before tagging someone else. But, it's kind of hard to have that kind of a forward plan just a few minutes into the run.
Well, he's entering the level with DK, which I think is the wrong choice.
Yeah, entering with Lanky there would get him at least a production room GB. Meanwhile, I think Znern is getting his 6 GB on free Lanky, so he's probably going to want to tag him afterwards. Because if he doesn't, then he needs to get all the way up to 12 before he can tag someone. Because DK can only free Diddy and Lanky, and both of them are on multiples of 6.
Well, he might be choosing to get, No, he's going past it. I thought he might have been going for Lanky's or DK's blueprint instead, but
Oh, he's going for key 3 first, I guess, which better to do on DK than Lanky for sure, especially without a rank stand. Alright, and meanwhile, Znern has officially changed Kongs and is now on Lanky.
we've really got to be keeping an eye on their GB counts through this because we do not want to accidentally crown the wrong winner. We have to tell them a change later.
So yeah, I think a decent strat for Znern now is to get up to 10 with Lanky and then tag DK again to get 2 more in Aztec, and then he can tag Diddy to free Tiny, and then he can probably just leave Aztec forever. Yeah, Znern had a cool way to exit Llama Temple. I've never seen this before. Just from Warp 2, straight up skewing and reaching. Oh, he doesn't have...
He didn't have slam!
The classic bingo blunder.
Yeah.
I've done that a million times in bingo.
Every bingo player is a victim of forgetting that you need to go back to Cranky before Magic.
I forget what I was talking about. So...
Znern's exiting Llama Temple?
Yeah, Znern left Llama Temple by just using skew and clipping straight out from Warp 2 and going under the loading zone instead of going up the stairs. Which most loading zones extend all the way down, so you can do this with a lot of entrances and exits, but I never thought of doing that in Llama Temple. Alright. Take 2 on Candy Boots' Mad Jack. And his name is swatting bugs. So he got Llama Temple Blueprint, and he's probably gonna go back from matching it, maybe. So if he does that and like the Vulture,
Did he? He needs to leave Aztec with 10 GBs.
right? Because you
Because
need
he
to
has to
reset out of
reset.
Aztec.
Yeah.
That's a good point. 10 or 20. With 20 is a little rough.
I don't think you're getting to. I mean, unless you're willing to do Vulture Race and buy a ton of moves.
Yeah. Tiny's 5, right? So
Yes, I should have put
it
that
would
somewhere on the
be
screen.
it would be quite annoying to get to 20, yeah. I think the only way you could get all the way up to 20 in just in Aztec would be to get all 5 tiny GBs. Which, not ideal.
No, and what's wrong with Vulture Race is that this is a race, and Vulture Race takes a very long time.
So yeah, my if I had gone my super big brain strat of tagging Diddy on 12 to free Tiny, I would have been burned and had to take 5 minutes penalty out of Aztec.
Yeah. And that's the danger too. They like it's not impossible for them to, you know, make a mistake that forces them to
hmm
take.
But then again, like 5 minutes is not going to be like an instant death sentence.
No,
where, like,
that's why it's 5 minutes. We don't want an instant loss.
speaking of Vulture. What he could do though is still get some more DK GBs in Aztec, because then he could reset just with DK, and that would be fine.
He has to do this as Lanky until he has 10, so he has to get to 10 with Lanky.
Yes. So like he got the blueprint, he got 5-door temple, so I'm thinking he's probably gonna do matching game and turn in the blueprint, and then he can tag DK again.
I think he has to. I think he's done all the other ones, hasn't he? Oh, I guess he, not the teetering turtles, but
Yeah,
the
but that
other
sucks.
two are just way better.
But yeah, Tea Kettle's right. Tiny is a good Kut-Out is a good choice to free specifically Tiny and no one else. But that still forces you to get up to 30 golden bananas before you free Tiny.
I think that's what I did in my test run. I got to 30 and I freed her and cut out. Lanky and DK are the two fastest Kongs to get GBs with, and you get them so early that you're pretty good with them for a while before you get to like needing to tag Kongs. I don't think that when I was testing, I think that I had 36 when I tagged Diddy for the first time.
Notorious Diddy hater though, so.
In a GB collecting race, yeah. I'm a Diddy hater. We have Chunky Freed.
Alright, so candyboots now with
Oh,
6.
I guess Znernicus choosing to do teetering turtles.
Oh yeah, he is. Or I guess he's doing both that and matching game and just keeping the blueprint for later. That makes sense too. So Candy Boost now has DK, Lanky, Diddy, and Chunky. So he's only missing Tiny. And Chunky is a nice one to just like even things out with because he's the easiest one with only 3. So on 6 or 9 GBs, then he could tag him. Personally, I would probably go for 3 quick ones for Lanky and Factory, and then I would tag Chunky. I think that's what he's gonna go for. Or he's just not getting this one, so maybe not. He has other plans. Ooh, actually, while you have 6, it might be a good idea to just go here and buy moves for both Kongs at once. So that's good thinking. Meanwhile, Znern fighting against falling asleep in that minigame. He has Warp 1 tagged, so he can go straight there. So, I'm guessing, since he's gonna be deep in Llama Temple, we might just see a reset out of there by Znern. He does have the option to go collect a couple GBs for DK and Aztec, but he might choose to just skip that. Another option to free Tiny is to just go to other levels for now and come back when you have 24 to tag Diddy. And on 24, it's easier to get the 30 using like Diddy, Tiny, and Chunky. Okay, so Znern is out of Aztec and he has 10 golden bananas, so he can reset and go back to DK. And yet another way Znern could choose to free Tiny, or Candy Boots for that matter, is to go to 12, then tag Lanky to free Chunky without getting any more golden bananas, and then tag Diddy right away. And you're in Factory, so you could set up a couple more golden bananas before heading to Aztec, where you can free Tiny and then just collect a few more with Diddy, Tiny, and Chunky to get up to 20 to reset out of Aztec again. So there are several ways the runners can choose to free Tiny. She's definitely the hardest to figure out a way to get, though. None of them are convenient.
Double Factory right now.
Yeah. Znern stuck on DK for 2 more golden bananas. And I think Candy Boot's going to be on 8 with Lanky, so he could get up to 9 and tag Chunky.
Yeah, I think what Znern wants to do here is get 2 GBs with DK and then tag Lanky to free Chunky. Once he's at 12, he can tag any of the other Kongs.
Yeah. Yeah, and I think from there the question is like, does he want to actually go free Tiny right away, or does he just get more GBs while he's in Factory and worry about Tiny later? Alright, we're out of factory with candy boots. Let's see what Lanky has in store. He could just go get the KLMZ cage and tag Chunky.
There we go. Oh no! Hand-bounded.
It's really easy to just click back inbounds here when you're... Oh, he inbound again.
Oh no! Well, you
Yeah,
can choose to
it's-
switch from outside or just phase walk out.
hmm I remember before phase walks were a thing, just frantically shooting at that switch, hoping to hit it.
Yeah, me too.
And the one in BFI was a death sentence. You had to reset to get out of it. Good question. I think he probably doesn't.
I haven't seen him use it for anything.
Alright, so opening Jeep's lobby and Castle lobby. He might just be going there for the KLMZ Golden Banana as well. Ooh, nice first try phase walk into the Crusher room. Is that 12 for turn?
Yeah. He was trying to get R1 skip, but he ran out of oranges, so I guess he chose
Mhm.
this instead.
So this is a pretty crucial moment for him. Let's see what he chooses to go for. Okay, so Lanky and going to free Chunky for sure, I think. Or maybe he's gonna stop by the production room and
Get the GB.
yeah, get more.
Now that he's Lanky, he can definitely get 3 GBs with him and free Chunky, and then potentially switch to Chunky to get some fast GBs.
Okay, I don't know what that was.
What?
Well, Znernicus got the clip and then just turned back and used Warp 2 instead. Okay, so Candyboots is in Castle now. Does he have a number divisible by 5?
No, I feel like he's still fairly low.
Well, he might actually be close now. Because he got a few in factory. I think he was an 8, got out. I think he does have 10. I think he has 10 now, so he can go to Kut-Out with Lanky and free Tiny there.
Oh, yeah. Okay, you're right. I would be terrible at this challenge because it took me a second to realize that 10 was divisible by 5.
Alright, so Znernicus, the magic number here to buy all the moves. 12 golden bananas can tag everyone except DK. As we see Candyboots heading straight for Tiny. Actually, Korn was begging me to come up with the challenge that had the most confusing numbers possible in it.
This was definitely a bismuth challenge.
She vetoed my idea of having every Kong's colored banana count in every level be a different prime number, so we had to settle for this instead.
That's actually true, wasn't it? Didn't you want to do something with prime numbers? And I said, no.
Yeah, I think I did have some idea that about using prime numbers, but none of it actually was usable.
Yeah. I think there's a line between what's actually a DK64 skill and what's causing you to know too many, have knowledge that has nothing to do with it, I think prime numbers were that line.
Well, initially I think I did think about using just 2, 3, 5, 7, 11 as the Kong's numbers, but it just makes it impossible to go to K-roll. So that wasn't just, yeah. That's kind of what I meant by prime numbers and not ended up being good.
Yeah. A tea kettle, you would have been more than welcome to be on comms if you were available.
Yeah, and then you have to, 2, 3, 5, 7, 11? You'd have to have 2,310 golden bananas to go to K-roll.
Easy. Donctimus Prime. Is that what we would have called it?
Okay, so Candyboots is the first with the entire Kong family on sitting on a prime number of golden bananas, so can't tag anyone.
Just one more before he can free Diddy, though. I wonder if that's his plan here.
Isn't Diddy already freed? But he can tag him on
That's
12.
what I meant. That's what I meant.
Yeah, so Diddy is fake freed at the moment. So once you have all the 5 Kongs, it's really just a matter of how many golden bananas am I getting with this Kong before swapping to another. So it's, just a lot of interesting routing and balancing between staying in the level and tagging different Kongs to go efficiently, or staying on the Kong and go between different levels to minimize how much you have to think about specific GB counts. This is pretty close race at the moment, because Zner on 4 Kongs and 12 GBs, and Candyboots on 5 Kongs and 11 GBs. If Znern wanted to do the same strat as Candyboots just did, he could tag Lanky now and get up to 15 to go to... But I don't think he got key 5 at any point, so... Maybe it's just a castle visit is entirely not in the cards for him.
Where do you think the winning time is gonna fall?
I'm guessing somewhere between 145 and 215, but I think the winner is going to be just under 2 hours.
I think that's a good guess.
It's basically an LE but shorter.
only 60 instead of 100, and yes levels early. So, you know.
I mean, you can. Definitely wouldn't be worth it.
Yeah, there are plenty of ways to free time. I think. I think choosing not to free her is would be a bold move, and not bold in the right way.
High risk, negative reward, I would say.
Yeah.
Candyboots just playing his Diddy for the first time. No.
I feel like the big round numbers like 12, 24, etc. are like really comfortable because you can like you're free to tag anyone, and it feels almost like not wrong but like scary to start collecting more bananas and go off into the you can now only tag your next Kong in 3 GBs mode. Nice frame perfect cartwheel on Candyboot's side. Ooh, are we going to caves?
I think he's getting the triangle pad. Oh! I guess we're going to caves? Did he not realize he had the, Oh, there's a skid jump you can do here. He's gonna do it. It's very tight, but possible.
This is absolutely I did not realize I didn't have caves open move that Zern is pulling off right now. This is the I messed up and I don't want to admit that I messed up play by Zner.
It's really tight because you have to do it pretty much right at the top of the thing. But there also has to be enough lag. He's not getting enough height here.
Yeah, he's not going to height. Candyboots on 14 can tag his next Kong with one more golden banana. Could go back to Tiny or Chunky at 15. It would have been really funny to make one of the Kongs like a non-integer. That would have been amazing.
Candyboots has 15, and I think Znernicus has 14, doesn't he?
I feel like Zern definitely slowed down in the last like 10 minutes.
I think
I think
Znernicus tagged Chunky at 12.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure Candyboots has like a few GBs lead, plus he has Tiny as well. And he has Key 5, which may or may not be more useful.
Znernicus actually really been struggling through a lot of this.
Yeah, I feel like there's a little bit of I feel like there's been a little bit of panic from Znernicus in the past. Did he get Key 3? I think he did.
I would be surprised if he didn't, but I also don't remember him doing it.
I'm pretty sure I remember both of them doing it.
Okay.
I know for sure that Candyboots did Key 3, but I think Znernicus did as well. So Candy going for the Chunky Kissplat in Underground and messing up the jump across, and I think he's just moving on.
He did get the GB, though.
Yeah, he got the GB. Well, he was in Factory with DK at some point. So I would be surprised if he didn't. I also did not pay close attention to their blueprint situation, so
It's gonna be really hard to tell who's ahead until we know what the blueprint situation is like.
if I had to guess, I'm pretty sure Znern has more blueprints than Candy. Morning, Mumbo.
Welcome to bonus stage.
Yeah, this is set up so that you need 60 golden bananas to do K roll. Because even if you enter as DK, no, K roll always resets all the way to DK when you leave. What's funny is initially I had it. I numbered them like just in reverse order, Chunky with 3 and DK with 12. But that made me realize, hey, if you just enter K roll as DK, you're not tagging DK, so you can do it with I think it was 30. If you just do like 10, 5, 6, and 3, you can just do it with 30. And I felt like cutting the challenge length in half was probably not good, so we decided to swap the DK and Diddy numbers to make it so you had to have 12.
Candyboots has been kind of running back and forth for a little bit, trying to figure out what to do next. He's stuck as Lanky right now because he has 19 GBs.
$19, prime number, bad for tagging.
I think if you're stuck as Lanky, it's a good idea to head for Galleon. If you're stuck as Lanky and thinking, ugh, I have nothing good to do. And I don't think he's been to Galleon yet.
I think if you're stuck as Lanky, the best course of action is not forfeit.
I mean, if you're already in a level, that's fine, but he seemed like he wanted to, it seemed like he was confused about what to do while he was out of the level. Oh, just early. I'm late. This next one's gonna be just right. No, early. Come on, Znern. Oh, and Candyboots can finally tag DK again. And, grab this banana. Oh my gosh, that was so close!
And breathe a sigh of relief as he gets to play DK again.
There we go. Is he trying to hold cannon skew while he tags? Oh, clever, okay. This is not, yeah.
Phase walk
He-
with skew.
He can get in there with a backflip, but stuff like that is so annoying.
Yeah, forward skew without a gun with chunky, not ideal.
He went out of bounds and around to get that tag too.
Yeah,
With the skew.
all that to just phase walk in. It's it's a challenge that will get you to do questionable routing at times, I think.
Is Znern also at 21? Was he
No,
21 when
Znernicus
he tagged?
he was on 15, so now he's getting his 17th GB.
Okay.
So I think candyboots is accruing a lead here. Like, no. Oh, there's a.
Uh-oh. Okay, just
there
a
we go.
stutter. Ooh, he's far to the left. Okay, nope. Oh my god! I think he's good. He's being really careful. I think he's just like nudging the control stick every time he backflips. Oh my
I'll be
god.
convinced when I see it. I
This is
feel like
so stressful.
I feel like this is not gonna work.
I think he's being a little too careful here. You can definitely push forward more if you're that far away from the banana. Oh, come on, candy boots. Oh my god, it's right there. Oh!
Join him? Yeah.
No!
4 out of 10 trick, by the way.
Is that what it was rated?
it's the rating that Znern gave it
Oh.
in terms of difficulty, and I will never let him live it down. All right, so galleon action from both runners, as we see take 2 from Candy Boots.
Oh, damn. He's committed to it. The first time, definitely. That first attempt really cut into his time.
Mm-hmm. Speedrunners and sunk cost fallacy. Name a better duo.
I think he's going, like, he's cutting the corner a little bit, which is putting him further away from the banana. That's why I like going, like, right up to the corner of the
There we
wall,
go.
turn
Got it.
left. There we go.
This
Meanwhile, Znern
gives
has been lanky in Galleon, so he's had
Yeah.
some time to catch up.
and he hasn't been Nike for long. He can still get Feathership and Angard, and maybe even Seal Race if he wants to. He's on 21 though, so he could go to Chunky. He could go to Chunky now, and because if he goes up to 22, then he has to go all the way to 24 before he can tag Diddy or Chunky. So if he wishes to stay in Galleon, it might be a good idea to tag Chunky now. Nope, we're going to Angard.
I think
Yeah,
that's
I'd
a
say-
solid plan, honestly.
Yeah, I was gonna say either cut out at 30 for Tiny or go to Aztec on 24 and get 6 GBs while in Aztec.
Do you want to go back to Aztec at this point, though? With the reset
Uh,
now?
It's not great.
Because you would need to get
I think-
back up to 30 before you can leave again.
Yeah, I think cut out is probably. But honestly, like he could just go to 25 and go to do cut out for Tiny. So,
Yeah.
but at the same time, I don't remember seeing him fight Dogadon at all. So I think he doesn't even have key 5. Even if he wanted to go to Castle, he needs to go to Aztec or Fungi to go to
I'm
Castle.
pretty sure he fought Dogadon.
Oop, changed his mind.
Did he already have that banana?
Maybe he did. I know Candyboots got it. I don't remember seeing Znern get it.
Back to factory. Back to fact.
Oh, what's the prediction looking like? Ooh. I think there's no prediction going on, but that's fine.
There's a prediction.
Is there one? I don't see
Yeah,
it.
who do you think is going to win this race? Znern with 55% and Candyboots with 45%.
Oh, that's weird. I don't see it at all.
If you
Alright.
open your points, you can see it.
Yeah, I see the power-ups and rewards, but I don't see the prediction. Anyway. I was just wondering, like, what the spread or split was.
Pretty close.
Yeah, because Znern was saying earlier that he won some challenges this series. He's actually won every single challenge he's been in.
And even the one that he wasn't in, he asynced and had the best score.
Yes. So he basically first placed every single challenge in the series. So him losing the finals would be and pardon me the reference, but I think it would be a Patriots moment if I'm not mistaken. I hope I didn't get that wrong. Steel Race for Candyboots. Steel Race is nice because you can just do it as anyone.
Yeah. Ooh, a nice double.
Well done!
Znern with the rare off-switch Simian Slam that works with Super Simian Slam. I feel like that never works.
I've had this fear this whole time, every single time I see someone pick up a blueprint, that they're accidentally gonna go one over what they plan, and they're gonna turn in their blueprints and be at 61. I'm so afraid of that happening.
It would be pretty tragic.
What if they both do it and this accidentally turns into a 4-hour challenge? Bismuth cries in 4 a.m.
It would be like a bonus overtime. Yeah, it's 59 bananas. How much could it cost?
They've already done all the fast ones.
Znernicus with the Chimpy Charge Aztec early. I think he's going for the free Tiny and Aztec on the 20s.
Yeah, well, I guess you guys were right about him not getting key 5 the first time around. I'm kind of surprised. That
So he had... Oh, sorry. He had 24, tag Diddy, got to 26. Now he can free Tiny and only get to 30 before he has to reset.
But he can't tag Tiny. He can't get any Tiny bananas.
Yeah, he's gonna be stuck on Diddy and Chunky to get to 30.
We might be seeing it. Because he's already gotten all the Lanky bananas in here.
Yeah, it's either he has to get 4 Diddy golden bananas or 1 and 3. 3 with Chunky would mean the
Or
Vase Room and the Claptrap and the Caged Bonus Barrel. I think Chunky's a better choice than Diddy to finish up the 30, but...
Or maybe he has blueprints he wants to turn in.
Right, this could be a good moment to turn blueprints, you're right. Oh no, Candy Boots with the
Was it before or after
standing
he
it-
grabbed the blueprint?
No, it was the standing attack combo to kill the blueprint. He was right on the edge, and the tiny standing attack combo can push her backwards a bit. Looks like we're getting a bunch of Diddy slow bananas. Slow Diddy bananas. So if he needs 3 more, he's probably going to go for Feather Temple, Vulture Race, and Gong Tower.
Is he at 26 or 27?
I think now he's on 27, because he had 26 when he entered the level, and he just free Tiny.
Do you think Diddy was the right choice for this?
I mean, I don't think it's that different. Maybe if he doesn't... Well, if he doesn't have Chunky's gun, it might be a better idea to go Diddy than Chunky. Candy Boots in the 30s. So again, slight GB lead on Znern. Although Znern does have key 8, which Candy Boots doesn't, right?
Yeah.
So it's definitely up in the air to determine who's currently ahead. I feel like Znern started off really well, but then had like quite a bit of panic about half an hour in.
Yeah, there's been a lot of mistakes on his end, gameplay-wise.
I think Candy Boots had a slower start, but got his stride going, especially when he freed Tiny and Kut-Out early and just had every Kong to work with.
Has he had Tiny since 10?
I think that's what he did, yeah. Tag Lanky on 6, got up to 10, and
I don't either, Tea Kettle. Either Candy Boots was doing something insane when Znern was spending 2.5 minutes doing that fight, or he hasn't done it yet. But I do think about the fact that I know he entered Factory for the first time as DK. Oh, why is he just resetting? Oh, he doesn't have key 5 yet.
it doesn't look like he did key 3. I just looked quickly at the factory he did, and I didn't see him go to key 3.
Yeah, so they're both a key behind.
I would say key 8 is slightly longer. Optimally, it's faster, but if you're doing like TBS and all, I would say it's a little longer.
Yeah. Is he buying
So I think-
saxophone?
Looks like it. I think Znern was on 30, so now he reset out of Aztec.
Yeah. And Candy Boots, I think, is at 33.
No story skip, or did he just quit game?
He quit game.
Okay. Classic Vines.
Unlucky.
Yeah, I feel like if you take the Vines the other way in Isles, there's like a really high chance you don't make it. Mornin GDO. So it looks like we're about halfway into the challenge, but with the amount of blueprints they've been collected, I feel like we're more like 3/4 of the way in. But then there's also K Rool, so.
K Rool and another boss for each of them.
hmm
Well, another boss as well. I think around 2 hours is a good guess. Because also the GBs are gonna start coming in a lot slower now. They've exhausted all the fast ones by this point, or at least most of them. There was some symbolism in him falling right in front of that kosha. It looked kind of funny.
Yeah.
Pretty nice bad hit detection wheel. Oh my god, the warp did not want to tag. He was dancing around that for a long time.
So I think the GB score right now is 36-30 in favor of Candy Boots. I think it's safe to say that Znern has a little bit of a hole to dig himself out of right now.
Yeah. We are... Yeah, it's looking like Candy Boots is ahead right now.
We have a nice score update here, 37-31. Unless Znern has significantly more blueprints. I'm not sure what their move situation is, because they also need to think about the key roll moves.
Right.
I know Znern has super, has had it for a while. Oh, nice. Have a good flight.
Oh!
Znern is making a lot of, I feel like, nerves, mistakes, or like...
It's definitely feeling like nerves.
Nerves or hubris. One of the two.
I'm trying to think about what moves I know they all have. I know Candy Boots has up to Primate Punch.
Oh wow, he gets it right away.
Nice.
Yeah,
That's true.
Yeah, once you
but
get to 60, yeah.
I
So
was-
long as you don't get any extra golden bananas, you're free to do whatever.
I was more thinking about what moves they all have in terms of who's gonna have to time sync later.
Mm-hmm.
I love seeing Candy Boots still crushing 101 tricks. He probably hasn't ran this category in like 2 years.
Doesn't know who to tag. I don't know what his GB count is. I know he was on 37 earlier. He's probably...
He missed
Oh, he's
it.
on there. Yeah. Oh,
I
he was
jinxed
doing
it.
TBS. I'm dumb. I thought he was looking to tag someone. He was doing piano game.
Can you do this with tag 2 or does tagging warp to load the room?
Yeah, when you're using Warp 2, it loads the piano game.
Yeah. Unfortunate. Oh! It does not because you just got the GB.
Oh, really? I'm really confused because I have tried to do this before and it did not work.
Maybe you just weren't getting the GB.
Maybe it was on the practice ROM, I don't remember. Anyway. Is this the first Snide visit we've seen?
No, Candyboots went in with DK like right at the start of his run.
Right.
But other than that, I think yes. Ooh, he only had one Lanky. That makes me a little nervous for him. Unless he did go in.
Well, now he can't tag anyone.
Well, no, he just... Yeah, 39, you can tag Chunky.
Oh, I'm dumb. Yeah, never mind. Just throw
Yeah,
me
you
in.
scared me for a second there.
Just throw me in the pit.
Saving the rabbit.
Objectively bad decision.
Oh, we had 2 with Chunky, so DK's out of the question. Is 41 a prime number?
Yes.
Me too, Tea Kettle. The race this close, 5 minutes is, I hope we don't have to penalize either of them. I would love for it to just be like a clean race. Oof. There's no time limit for this one, it's just whoever does it fastest. But testing took me a little bit over 2 hours, so it's probably gonna be around 2 hours, maybe a little less. Man, that Kosha is relentless. Oh my gosh, man. No!
You hate to see it.
I wouldn't be surprised if we didn't see fungi at all, but I also think it would be a mistake not to go there. There's just... well, I guess... Boots only has 16 more. I think it's worth it to go up. I feel like when you're struggling for bananas, there's some fast ones up there. Fungi early doesn't take that long.
Yeah, there's few fast golden bananas, but there's also the blueprints. If like you have like a number that you can tag several Kongs with, you can go there and pick up a few blueprints.
Oh, does he not have triangle? Wow, Boots is 8 GBs ahead.
He did do snide visits though, that Znern didn't do.
Yeah, but I think he only got 3 GBs from that.
Yeah, rabbit rear skip would be a rather big flex. Rabbit rear skip to get up to, well, I was gonna say a number that lets you tag Diddy and Tiny, but then I realized that's just 60. So yeah, going from Diddy to Tiny requires 60 golden bananas, so you can't do beanstalk skip.
Oh, yeah. Yes, you did. That was interesting. What's he trying to do? Oh, get under the cage. Does he not have pineapple?
I don't remember which moves he has or doesn't have.
Candyboots might actually have a bit of a leg up as well, because if he's been collecting rainbow coins, if he doesn't have any tiny moves yet, it might be worth his while to just get Monkey Port, which is gonna make up time on Znern's TBS doing. You know?
Yeah. Although, right, yeah, Znern's TBS was quick, but then he had to try a few times to go up down.
Well, he had to wait for like a couple extra seconds while I answered his question, but I think the pause when he was waiting for my answer was a big blunder.
Yeah.
Thank you, Cynthia.
Candyboots about to get his last chance to get DK bananas. He's about to reach 50. He's actually in his last chance to get Diddy bananas. Once he tags out of Diddy, he can't get in. He can't use him anymore until he has 60.
Oh my gosh, he's on 2 crystals. He can't get anywhere on 2 crystals. He should just drop out of it, save them while he has them. Yeah. You know what? I think you're right to be thinking about the blueprints actually. Znern's collecting so many of them.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they have like a 9 or 10 golden banana difference, but I think that a lot of that goes into blueprints. I think Znern has more and has turned in none of them, while Candyboots, I think he's turned in about half to 2/3 of the total blueprints he has. Like, I think Znern actually might be getting close to 60 counting the blueprints. He just needs to turn them in the right order, though. He needs to be careful about... Like, if you end up having Diddy blueprints that are unturned, and you have, like, 49 or 50 golden bananas, and you don't have Diddy right now, well, tough luck. You have to just
Go
lose
find
those
another
blueprints.
banana. Make up for the blueprints that you were collecting.
Yeah. Like, if you have, like, 5 or 6 blueprints in a Kong, and then you end up not having the opportunity to tag them anymore before 60, that's just gonna waste all your blueprints. So both runners have to be very careful about how they approach the blueprint turn-in. It's definitely a challenge where you keep track of how many blueprints you have. And I know there at some point earlier someone was going for a blueprint and changed their mind. It was Candyboots going for the chunky underground in Aztec.
Oh my god. This is stressful. He should get up close on that last one. Oh my god. Ah! Dang. Oh, he's going for turn-ins now. And Candyboots just wasted a couple minutes going for that GB and running out of ammo.
Alright, let's see the damage with Znern's GB count.
I'm nervous to see this.
Last I checked, well, candyboots has DK now, so he has to has at least 50. I think he's on 50 or 51 at the moment.
Yeah.
51
I
now.
don't think he turned in any DK blueprints. I wonder if he's just gonna like finish this as DK. Oh no wait, does he have monkey port? I was gonna ask if he needs to, but and now that I'm saying that, it doesn't matter because he'll have. Yeah, forget I said anything. I was just thinking out loud.
I wasn't looking at
He had 5.
get 45.
Free tiny
Go with
now.
tiny. Oh, going for
Oh.
GBs first. Maybe the May Monkey Tunnel or
And the blueprint? Oh.
or Key 3. Yeah.
Oh, he hasn't gotten the lobby G yet. That's a fast one. No! Man, that is unlucky. He still had no ammo from the DK5 cabin.
Right.
It's okay,
I
there's a
think he does
barrier.
know he can pick. Oh, I was gonna say he can pick up some from the bottom there, but yeah. The fairy is much simpler. I really hope Boots has more blueprints to turn in. Yeah, this could turn into a long last 6 golden bananas if he doesn't have any blueprints to go through it. I think he has blueprints on at least one of the columns, like several blueprints.
Yeah, there's no way that he only got 3 blueprints. Or 4 blueprints, I guess.
Yeah, I think he's on like 1, 4, and 1 turned in on 3 different columns. I could be wrong though.
Yeah, because he turned in a DK, he turned in a Lanky, and he turned in 2 Chunkies. Yes. Okay, he's going to turn in blueprints now, I think. Does he... Oh, I was gonna ask, does he not have Prima Punch, but he can't change, Wait! He can be chunky right now. He has 54 GBs. Okay, let's see how many DK he has. Did you see the GB count before Lanky went in?
48.
This is very intense. Oh my god, Candy Boo!
55 means he can tag Tiny now.
Oh.
Yeah, getting to 61 would be not good. Meanwhile, Znern just racking on the golden bananas. Just a huge pile of blueprints. 54. So he's free to tag Chunky.
Oh my gosh, he only had 1 tiny. Why has Candy Boots not been getting blueprints?
Znern counting his blueprints. Yeah, I think he has 4, 5. So he might be on 59 after this and just need 1 more chunky golden banana, I think. And he'll have 60 and both keys 3 and 8.
Yeah.
And this is looking like
It's looking like this is
just
the-
about 2 hours.
Yeah, and... Man.
Znern was sandbagging, just grabbing all the blueprints. He was 9 GVs behind, just like at 49.40, just I don't know, 10, 15 minutes ago. Yeah, he's on 59, so now he just needs to find 1 chunky GB, and he can go to Kiril. And if he did his move spurs just right, he can just go straight to turn in the keys and about hot eat the Kiril. I think he was trying to get it earlier. He didn't have Chunky's gun, or am I mistaking it with Candy Boots?
He... I don't think he had Chunky's gun. No.
Yeah, he doesn't have Chunky's gun. He can definitely just reach it, and even if he jumps in, he can phase walk out. There we go, 60. Provided he has all the moves, he can go to K. Rool, which is not very far away. He's on a 156 base. Oh, 59 meanwhile for Candy Boots.
Yeah,
But Candy Boots doesn't have Key 8 yet.
he still has to go to hell. If Znern makes it all the way to like Chunky phase and realizes he doesn't have Primate Punch, I think this could be a Candy Boots win. But do we think he missed any moves?
I would be surprised, and I would be kind of bummed that the DKCS finals would end on that such a note. Just a huge blunder.
Bummed.
Well, I mean, it would be kind of... I feel like Candy Boots wouldn't feel great about winning because Candy Znern was 10 minutes ahead until he completely fumbled and killed. And 60 for Candy Boots. So just Key 8 and K. Rool left for him.
Oh, is that faster? Four up and then drop is faster than just swimming?
I think so. It's probably close.
Oh! Dang.
Znern landed?
Yeah. Oh my gosh. Oh my
To
gosh.
half a
Oh
mound.
my gosh.
There's no way, right?
Oh, he took damage. I heard the melon.
I have no idea what happens if you take damage. I think it probably cancels the cutscene and you get knocked out. Both get saved by the well.
I fully thought he was off the banana for a second.
Alright, candyboots on a 2-3, low 2-4 pace. Make sure and study your tones.txt.
Oh, Candyboots is doing it on the helm timer.
Nice. He has a pretty comfortable timer though, so no worries there. I would be nervous starting K-Rool with anything under 13 minutes. But I think he had like probably about 14 when he started, if I had to guess. Maybe a little bit less than 14. Alright, Znern done with Tiny Phase, on to the final phase of the fight. He's allowed to tag Chunky. All is good. It's good that I believe no runners got any penalty in this race. Alright, Znern. $156.56 that I could see, probably a slightly different time. 156.48. GG. Congrats to Znern. Yep.
He's typing. Maybe we shouldn't get. Okay, he's not typing it. Oh, Mornin.
Morning.
GG.
Oh. I was so nervous, man. So nervous.
Oh,
Congratulations.
GG.
And just wondering, praying that I'm not going to lose at the last minute.
Candyboots is just entering Tiny Phase right now.
So that's fairly close.
It was a really close race towards the end. He was like almost 10 GBs ahead of you, but you pulled ahead with blueprints.
Oh,
Yeah,
interesting.
I think the lack of blueprints did him in.
Yeah.
So I actually kind of failed to count backwards from 60 properly when addressing the blueprint turn-ins because originally I didn't think I was going to free Tiny at all because I was like, it doesn't work to get like 12 GBs by the time I'm in Aztec because I want to play. I mean, maybe there's a way to do it, but I figured I'm not going to worry about Castle Kongs because that seems too hard to like make sure I have the right divisor for multiple Kongs at the same time to free them. And I also like that you can just free a Kong without tagging them when you're doing it organic. So I figured DK will start, free Diddy and Lanky, get up to 6, and then Lanky will free Chunky. So that was my opening plan. But then between 6 and like 40-ish, I had no plan. And I was second guessing a lot of my decisions. I was trying to pick up blueprints whenever I could in a level when I had a common divisor, but then I ended up like revisiting a lot of the same levels anyway because I realized without having turned in key 5, I couldn't get the other Kongs into Crystal Caves lobby, and without like key 4 or being DK at that moment, like Fungi was also off limits, and obviously Castle was off limits because I never did key 5. So I was really like stuck in 4 levels. But I tried to make the most of what I had access to, and then I ended up like realizing I don't have enough other levels to go to, so I'm just going to go back to Aztec and Free Tiny while I'm on, I think, 24, was it?
Something like that.
Because Diddy has like the least options for playing. So it was like only at 12 and 24 and 36 you could play as him. So he didn't get a lot, although on 12 I collected a lot of blueprints with Diddy, Lanky, Chunky because they all work on 12. So I tried to take advantage of being able to tag back and forth on that, and I tried to do it again on 24. And so I ended up with like 4 or 5 blueprints on almost every Kong, except for Tiny, who I freed late. But I actually had 4 Diddy blueprints that I never got to cash in, because I realized my original plan, which was to tag Diddy on 48, well, he had 4 blueprints, which would have put me at 52, which is 1 too many for Chunky to tag and turn in his blueprints. I should have only gotten 3 with Diddy. Then I could have been from 48 to 51, and then tag Chunky on 51, turn in his 5 or whatever, or 6. Well, no, that wouldn't work either, because then Lanky doesn't get to turn in his. So maybe it was never going to work unless I had stopped collecting GBs even earlier, like at 42 instead of 48 or something. Maybe that would have been the best decision. Like at 42, tag Lanky, turn in his, then tag Diddy at 48, turn in his, and then DK and Chunky. But DK was awkward too, because you could only tag him every 10. My brain was hurting from so many of these thoughts as I went, and I kept second guessing my decisions and feeling like I definitely did not route this as well as it could be done or should be done. I also kept struggling between like trying to make clever routing decisions in advance and just go and do what's near me ASAP, because sometimes it would feel like I'd double back because of something I thought of, and I'm like, geez, I could have just like beelined it for whatever GB. I could have just stayed one Kong for 30 minutes and just pick up all their GBs in every level and then switch. But I don't know. I feel like this is a really good last challenge to pick, because it's extremely difficult to do all that routing on the fly. I also like nearly bricked myself twice in Aztec, because since you have to reset out of Aztec, I had to make sure I was on multiples of 10 leaving the level.
Yeah.
And that could have been bad twice, because in the first visit, I tagged Lanky at 6, thinking like, oh, I might as well pick up some Lanky stuff while I'm here. And then the moment I picked up a GB, I'm like, crap, now I'm forced to get up to 10 so that I can reset and play as DK again. So that's why I ended up having to do all that slow Lanky stuff in the beginning. And I imagine you guys may have predicted that would happen.
Yeah.
Yeah, so good on choosing 6 and 10 so that Lanky has just enough to like have to do almost every Aztec banana to make it possible.
I will say yes, but also the switch from 12, the switch between DK and Diddy was kind of not a last minute one, but like not the initial idea, because I realized that you could just enter Kirill with 30 if you had DK on 12 and Diddy on 10, because you could enter as DK with 30 and not have to tag him there. And
well, that was
just
the
be
first
30
part
for
of the
others.
challenge for sure, was figuring out how many golden bananas I needed entering K Rool. And yeah, I wanted 30 to be possible, but because of Diddy, it isn't.
Yeah.
So
Mhm.
yeah, so then it was 60.
All right, Candyboots is almost done. He might be actually already be done.
Trying to think what else happened. Oh yeah, even when I went back to Aztec, I think I had
All right, Candyboots finished.
GG.
Mornin.
GG.
this
GG.
race.
Oh, hey.
Hey,
Hi.
Candy. GG. That was intense.
Jeez.
Is your brain fried? My brain is fried.
Yeah, it was a lot of thinking, for sure.
Yeah. So I started talking about my route a little bit, but I didn't finish all that long ago. What did you think, and how did you decide when to tag the Kongs? I was having a hard time.
I kind of instead of trying to go like Kong by Kong, I just went like level by level, and I tried to concentrate myself in a level at a time, where I
Mhm.
knew I could get like, because you can usually get like 2 to 3 to 4 fast GBs with some Kong in some level. It's just how you order them.
Right.
So I was just trying to think about like, okay, who, like, how far away am I from my next Kong, and where do I have the most fast GBs with them, and then how do I go from there, I guess.
That makes sense. Did you try at all to think backwards from 60?
Not backwards, no.
Because I was, in the beginning, I was trying to think, if I need to get to 60, how should I order my blueprint turn-ins near the end so that I'm like a Kong that I can tag when it's time for them to turn in their blueprints? And I figured it out mostly, but not exactly. I ended up actually with 4 Diddy blueprints and no good time to turn them in, because it was like I was at 48, and although I could have tagged Diddy and turned in 4 of his blueprints, then I would have not been able to turn in like either my chunky blueprints or my lanky blueprints, and they each had 5 blueprints, or Lanky had 6, I think. So I had to give up the 4 with Diddy, and turn in 3 with Tiny instead. I had a weird idea to like never free Tiny, because technically you don't need it for any of her moves for K. Rool. So I did organic Kongs. Actually, that's a good question. Did you go to Castle at all?
I free Tiny and Kut-Out, but everybody else I did organically.
Oh, interesting. I think that makes sense. Maybe I should have considered that. I ended up not ever getting Key 5, which did actually make getting to caves annoying, because I realized that you can't really enter caves lobby that easily without DK.
Shoutouts to Chunky Skid Jump Ariel.
It almost worked, man. Yeah, it didn't quite pan out. Oh, also a really weird thing happened right at the end. So when I was exiting factory, which was my last level, I checked in my pause menu to see if I had either pineapple or triangle, because I knew I had 1 GB left to get, and I'm playing as Chunky, and I figured if I remembered to buy triangle, I'll get his triangle patent aisles on the way to K. Rool. And if I got his pineapple, I'll get his pineapple cage on the way to K. Rool. And my pause menu showed pineapples, but then I got to the cage and tried to pull the gun and I didn't have it. So what's up with that?
Oh, weird. Did you
I was
buy like
really confused.
homing ammo or anything like that?
I did buy homing ammo, actually. Does that make
That may be
everyone's gun
why.
appear in the menu?
Not
Oh,
sure.
and Tiny Feather also shows up in the pause menu, but I don't have Feather. That's so weird, man.
Hmm.
You learn something new every day.
Did
That's
did
pretty odd.
did either of you have like a math challenge in mind? Like, did any of you see anything like this coming? Based on the
I think it
No, not
was
a
a
math challenge.
I think it was a fleeting prediction that instead of like this being about literacy being about words or letters, that this would be about numbers. But that was like the extent of the idea, and then I didn't do any follow up thinking about it, because there's not a lot you can.
Yeah.
I mean, there's a lot of possibilities if it's a challenge about numbers. Like the odd count was also a challenge
Yeah.
about numbers.
We had an interesting thing where about 20 minutes before we were all supposed to get in a call together, I double checked with Bismuth. I said 5-minute penalty, right? And he said, "Oh, we should DQ them if they do it in K. Rool." because otherwise they can just like do an any percent run and take a 20-minute penalty and win.
Okay, that makes sense. No, I thought the DQ and K rule made sense because it's like, well, or at least you'd have to like stop and go and get all the rest of the GBs that you need.
Yeah.
I don't know, but like just make sure that you have the right amount entering K rule.
Yeah, and even if we put like a huge penalty, you could still choose to enter key rule with what was it again? 12 as DK and just take one penalty for tagging Tiny.
Yeah, obviously that
So-
doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
No, the penalty would have to imply that you also have to leave K rule. Like, you can't finish K rule with an invalid swap. I was really almost going to have an invalid swap twice out of Aztec, because with Aztec door closed, you're forced to play as DK when you leave the level. And the first time, I like mindlessly tagged Lanky after freeing him on 6, and then I realized, crap, I can't reset. I'm forced to get up to 10. So that was a fun way to start the challenge. And then when I went back to Aztec on 24, when I was freeing Tiny with Diddy, I got up to, I want to say 20... I think I went from 24 to 30 with Diddy. And then I tagged DK, because I'm on 30, and I was just about to start collecting the remaining DK GBs in Aztec that I didn't get on my first trip, when I realized I can't do this. Like, I almost went for DK's 5-door temple, because it was like 5-door temple and Stealthy Snoop were the ones I was going to do. And I'm glad I didn't, because, yeah, that would have messed me up. I guess maybe I wouldn't have technically bricked myself, because I had some blueprints, so maybe I would have been able to, like, turn in my DK blueprints in such a way that I could tag another Kong and then turn in their blueprints and get up to 40. But thankfully I noticed that I would have to stay on 30 before getting any GBs, and just exited the level as DK. And, I mean, quit game as DK. But that was a scary moment. Also, I choked hard on K Rool because I was very nervous. I had, like, the worst Diddy and Lanky phase I've had in a long time. But, I don't know. At least I was able to make good use of blueprints at the end. I think I started turning in blueprints at 40, and I only needed, like, one other GB in the middle of that sequence. So, that was alright.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, the Diddy phase.
My
thought
Diddy phase,
were
I almost died. I fell, I fell on a light, I missed lights, I got hit a bunch. I think I'd survived with like one slice or something.
Yeah, you got hit into the cutscene. I think if that was your last hit, you would have died.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
All right. Well,
I had fun, though.
congratulations to Znernicus for winning the DK64 Challenge Series 2.
Thanks. It's a relief at this point. I was very nervous.
And thanks
And-
to everyone who participated and everyone for watching, and not even ashamed for the art again.
Thank you to my lovely wife for making all these cool images for the
Soaring.
challenges.
Soaring through the air.
I spent like 2 seconds looking at the Kong face equations on the blackboard and like questioning whether these like would work out any reasonable numbers, and then I was like, no, that's dumb.
They're all functional equations.
Yeah, you can't like
Wait,
use
they
them to work
are.
out all the variables because
that's
there are only
fine.
3 equations and 5 variables, but they all do work out.
So you actually like made a system of equations that you could solve for.
Well,
Or number.
yeah, you can't solve it because there's 5 variables and 3 equations.
Yeah, no,
but
you can't solve it, but you can. It works if you plug in these numbers.
yes.
That's actually pretty clever. I didn't think of that. It'd be really funny if you started the challenge without telling us their numbers and made us solve the system of equations.
Oh my god.
Figure them out.
I was saying it would have been
Awesome.
funny if we had Kongs with non-integer numbers, but I think yours is even memeier.
But you can't have a non-integer number of gold bananas. Your game percentage has to be a divisor of their.
Well, your
Oh,
like
God.
your golden bananas has to be a multiple of like 1.8. So like
Oh man.
9 works, 18.
Huh. Man, I'm gonna miss these. This makes me want to plan for Series 3.
Which is apparently in the works. Adam's got it all sorted.
Oh, that's awesome. Okay, cool.
Well, at least that's what he was saying. So hopefully.
Yeah, Adam did talk about coming up with challenges like after the first series ended as well. So he might have enough to be starting a third series soon. That'd be awesome.
All right. I think we are done here.
Yeah. Thanks again,
Thanks
everyone
everyone for watching.
Good night.
Good night, everyone. Thanks.